Welcome to the AOCA business meeting. It's been a great meeting so far. Hello, everyone, and good morning. So happy to have you all here with us. We're happy you joined us here at Savannah for our 2025 annual convention. And today we're also joined by the AOCA committee chairs, and we'll be providing some updates throughout. So it's been wonderful having everybody here. Let's see if we have this. At the end of the meeting, we'll also have a Q&A, so stick around. The AOCA has a proud 73-year history, recognized as a specialty college in 1952, and now representing nearly 1,200 members from student to life members. Our Legacy Committee preserves the college's historical records, keeping our history alive for future generations. Today, we uphold the osteopathic principles and advance the fields of anesthesiology and pain management. Visit our website to learn more about our history and the work of the Legacy Committee. We have some beautiful photographs that are up there. I know Dr. Procat's wife, Mary, submitted a whole bunch, so do check it out. These are just a few of them. So, in 2022, the Board of Governors strengthened our legacy by establishing the vision and mission statements that guide all aspects of college business. Our vision reflects where we aspire to be in the future, continuing to grow and lead in osteopathic anesthesiology, and our mission reflects where we are today, supporting our members at every stage of their career journey. Our value statement, join us for CME, stay for your career, AOCA is your partner for every stage of your career, remains the cornerstone of all we do. We are a committed community delivering quality education and offering the resources our members need for career success. Our membership spans all career stages, with a growing number of retired and life members, as well as increasing engagement from students and residents who are truly the future of our college. I'm so happy. I think we've had like the largest contingent this year. Oh, can I go back? Did I press that? Across the specialty, the AOCA represents a wide range of expertise from chronic pain and regional anesthesia to pediatrics, obstetrics, and more, reflecting the depth and breadth of our community. We also have an increasing presence in academic institutions, and that exemplifies our educational influence and includes many leading faculty in the field. The AOCA is committed to supporting the next generation of osteopathic anesthesiologists, and the Timothy D. Ernst Emerging Professional Fund plays a vital role in that mission. This fund supports the Timothy D. Ernst Annual Education Grant, the American Osteopathic Foundation Resident of the Year Award, the AOCA Scientific Session Award winners, and the development of new programs, products, and services tailored to medical students, residents, and fellows. These initiatives help protect and promote the future of osteopathic anesthesiology. Our Vice President, Dr. Alan Escher, has generously pledged to match up to $1,000 in donations to the Tim Ernst Fund, making every contribution go even further. We invite you to join us in supporting these efforts. Thank you again, Dr. Escher, and those of you who have already supported the cause. In 2025, the overall match rate for DO seniors rose modestly to 92.6%. According to the August 2025 ASA Monitor data, 2270 candidates matched into anesthesiology, representing a 21% increase over 2020, and the highest number of matched candidates in the specialty in at least 50 years. The total number of applicants and available positions has continued to grow, with the overall match rate holding steadily about 52%. And the number of osteopathic seniors matching into anesthesiology increased to 350, creating an exciting opportunity for AOCA to engage and welcome these new residents. The AOCA's Board of Governors and committees carefully oversee how our revenue and expenses are managed to ensure the long-term health of the college. In 2024, we closed the year with a surplus, reflecting prudent financial management and strong support from our members. The 2025 budget will continue to evolve as the year progresses, and we project probably a planned loss to allow for strategic investments in programs and services. Our finances remain strong, and your engagement is key. Please continue to advocate for the college, encourage membership, and support attendance at AOCA events. We have a great attendance here, and we also have a great on-demand program, so we foresee an increase there. The AOCA delivers value to our anesthesiologists in 3 key areas. First, we provide quality education from leading DO and MD experts, ensuring our members have access to the highest caliber of clinical and professional learning. Second, we foster a committed community where members can connect, collaborate, and share experiences with peers and understand their work. And third, we support career success by helping anesthesiologists define their professional identity, enhance their skills, and access leadership development and coaching opportunities. We hope you will continue to join us for high-quality education and CME at our upcoming events. Next year, we are excited to co-locate with our annual convention with OMED, taking place October 21st to 24th at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. I also invite you to deepen your connection with your peers and colleagues and get involved with the college. Maintain your membership dues, attend events, but also get in touch directly with us to share speakers and vendors or any other ideas that you would benefit, that would benefit AOCA. Consider volunteering on a committee or serving on the board. If you have a DO anesthesiologist colleague, ask them if they're an AOCA member, and if not, why not are they? Just raising awareness of the AOCA and what we do will go a long way, helping to be engaged with our DO colleagues. Right on the board outside, there's also a board. You can put your ideas of what you would like at future events too, topics. AOCA is here to support your career success. One of our new offerings this year is the AOCA Job Board. Job postings are free for members, and I encourage you to take advantage of this resource. Non-member pricing is also very competitive and provides access to the focused community of physician anesthesiologists. So visit our website to explore the job board if you have not already. I'm also excited to share that AOCA was selected as the 2025 recipient of the AOA's, American Osteopathic Association's Outstanding Affiliate Award. This award recognizes state and specialty college affiliates of the AOA. We are proud to be highlighted as an affiliate that demonstrates innovation, creativity, and flexibility, ultimately advancing the profession through our noteworthy programs and achievements, and we will receive this award at OMED later this month. Next, AOCA's leaders will share updates on their committee's work over the past year. And if you're interested in joining a committee, please contact the AOCA office. I know many of you have been coming up to me, and I've been forwarding everybody that has told me that. So if there's anybody, please contact the office. We love to have you contribute to the college. This chart highlights all of the AOCA's committees and committee chairs which serve under and report to the Board of Governors. So now I'll welcome the committee chairs to provide their updates. And thank you for such a hardworking Board of Governors we have this year and all the committees. We really appreciate all the work you do for the college. The first one is going to be advocacy. So I know I saw, here he is, yes. I'll have you come up, David, Dr. Klingensmith, to speak.
Hi, well, I hope many of you were able to attend the session yesterday where we had the update from the AOA and the ASA, and I just wanted to highlight a couple of things regarding advocacy. You know, the news that in Minneapolis, the VA, which is a government institution, was totally voted to have a CRNA-only anesthesia program is extremely disturbing. I mean, as you recall from the past number of years, they've tried, the ANA has tried repeatedly to nationally give the CRNAs independent practice at the VAs, knowing that it's kind of ground zero, and once they get it there, it will expand. Seems like now they're taking a different approach and focusing at different states where they may have a favorable C-suite that's willing to listen to them. But the point is, the ANA is very active, and the ASA is also very active in the advocacy, as is the AOCA and the AOA, but our dollars don't match. And so I just encourage you two things. One, to contribute to the PACs that either at your state level or the AOA level, the ASA PAC. Those dollars will go a long way towards advocating for you. And when you get those emails warning you that there's an issue, to please sign this letter or to please email your senators, your representatives, please do so, because those voices get heard. And it can make a difference. It did make a difference in their push nationally the last number of years. They listened to the community, they listened to the anesthesiologists, and it got voted down repeatedly. So I would just encourage you to pay attention to those and get involved. And if we, as issues come before us, we will forward those out to you as well. And if you'll look for those and try and respond and try and get involved even at your state level. And the best thing is to never let the door open, because once the foot is in the door, it gets pushed open very easily. So this, it's going to be an uphill battle in Minnesota, I'm afraid, but I think it'll bear itself out there. So just encourage you to get involved. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Klingon-Smith. Our next committee, the chair is Dr. Del Proctor, so I'm just going to report on that one. So we have the audit committee, and here some of the updates are that an independent audit in December was performed by Beston and Dara of CPAs, and they found no condition or events to raise substantial doubt about the AOCA's ability to continue in good financial standing for a period of at least 1 year's time. And I encourage all of you, once again, to join all of our committees so that you can take an active part in AOCA. So the mission, next we have audit. The mission for the audit committee is to review the RFPs for accounting firm and recommend and review with the accounting team the yearly financials, and also to ensure that the AOCA remains compliant with the not-for-profit status. Next, we will have awards and honors. So update on that committee by Dr. Suzanne Huffnagel.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Huffnagel, aka the Evil Twin, and I am the chairperson of the Awards and Honors Committee. You can see the mission here, and I'm not going to read all of that, but I just want to go over a couple quick things with it. In addition to our college members, our committee, as well as the college members, nominate deserving individuals for the many awards that we support. And these awards include the Tim Ernst Resident of the Year Award, the AOCA Student of the Year Award, the Distinguished Service Award, the Amadale King Professional Service Award, and the Arnold Gold Humanism in Medicine Award. And also, we help those who desire to become fellows of the American Osteopathic College of Anesthesiology obtain this goal. I'm the chairperson. We have a number of members on the committee. Most of our committee work is done through email or Zoom meetings when we need to. We periodically update the awards, make some a little more clear. Every once in a while we have some questions about who's eligible for an award, and all these things are on the website as well. And then we periodically update the fellow criteria, which again is on the website as well for people to see and update for like the modern times, because some of the things need a little tweaking and clarification as well. And our committee wants to make every effort to get anyone who wants to be a fellow in there, as far as earning the points and the requirements to become a fellow. As I said, most of our communication is via email or Zoom. And although we have these yearly things to do. When there's a lot of revision that has to be done to something, then we meet a little more frequently. But consider serving on this committee. Our accomplishments for 2025 were, we did update and clarify a couple criteria for some of the awards. We had a few updates to the fellow criteria, and all of our awards that the committee recommends then goes to the Board of Governors, and they have the final agreement upon that. And this year, we had 4 fellows. 3 were here at the conclave, but there were a total of 4 this year that became fellows of our college, and we want to see that continue. And we also want to encourage everybody to nominate people for these various awards that our college supports, because you all know people that are very eligible and deserving of these awards, and we want to encourage that. And anyone who's interested in belonging to this committee, that would be fantastic. It really helps kind of recognize our members. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Dr. Huffnagel. Next, we will have our update from the Future of the Field of Finance and Budget Committee by Dr. Karen Flotildes Romo.
Hi, good afternoon, and I'm happy to be here on behalf of our committee members. So as you can see, our mission here, we have an ongoing review of our monthly financial reports, and we meet regularly to discuss that. It helps us to create our budget for the upcoming year. It's a lot of work, but it allows us. We review the the previous years up to like 3 years at least, just to see where our status is, and it allows us to understand like what our needs are, and what we're able to provide for our members, as well as balancing that with the challenges of like financial challenges. So for this year, we had been able to take a look at where our expenditures were going, and how to optimize that. And so we looked at meetings, we looked at our, how we were structuring the meetings, where they were, like the cost of those, as well as events, membership. We were able to revise that, and looking at what our counterparts are charging for membership, we were able to optimize that, and include even we saw that we have a big student contingency, so now they also have a very nominal fee of $25, but still, contributing and making sure that they're invested in being in the college for the longevity of it. So, and then looking at operations. We're going to hit the ground running as soon as this meeting is over, and we're going to start looking at our budget for 2026 and present that to the board for review and approval. So again, if you're interested, please join us, and we'd love to have and hear your input. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Romo. So next I will present Future of the Field in place of Dr. Helen Bean and Dr. Melissa Byrne. So you could read the mission up here, but basically it's to engage and support our residents and osteopathic medical students. So some of the updates are that we're fostering growth and engagement from the osteopathic medical students 1 through 4, created a standard presentation for AOCA ambassadors to discuss opportunities and benefits of the AOCA, and we're also supporting our emerging professional series at the AOCA annual meeting, which is going to, continue forward. Everyone has really spoke highly of it already at this meeting, so students and residents have really enjoyed it. It's really a highlight of our meeting. We're also starting a mentorship too, so it kind of overlaps with membership also. So Future of the Field, membership, they kind of go hand in hand, and I highly encourage all of you to get involved in it. So next we have the Governance Committee. So that will be presented by the update by Dr. Alan Escher.
Good afternoon. Everyone always thinks this is the most boring committee, right? It's just words and bylaws, but it actually is the heart of our organization. So this year, our updates are we had a need that was expressed by members to not have to do a 5-year commitment Way back in the 50s, it was actually a 7-year commitment to leadership in this organization. So with the successful bylaws change this spring, we have now gone to a 4-year track. So we hope that this will encourage individuals to get involved. I know it's really hard with working at the hospital or clinic, plus any leadership roles you may already have on the outside, but we really do want your engagement and your support. And if you haven't read the bylaws recently, I would encourage you to look, at least maybe every year or so. It's at aoca.memberclicks.net, and you'll see the new version is there. Just a reminder, this organization is incorporated under the Illinois General Act for not-for-profit corporations. And if you look there in Article 2, you see the 7 purposes that are very clear of what this college does. And the last thing I wanted to emphasize is if you look at membership eligibility, it is a privilege and not a right to belong to this organization. So it's really important that we ask our colleagues who are osteopathic physicians to be members of this organization. And by being part of this college, you pledge to follow the AOA's Code of Ethics. I just wanted to remind everybody of that. So that really is a great code of ethics. I don't have the link for you there, but you can get it from the AOA's website. And I also want to make a pitch for the second Sunday talk I'm going to give in January. I think it's January 11th. And it's going to be on ethics, osteopathic principles from A.T. Still, and how it kind of guides what we do in the ORs and the critical care unit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Escher. And yes, I echo that. We have great second Sundays, so everyone should try to take advantage of that perk that you get as a member. So it's free CME, so definitely log on to it if you have not. Next, we will have the Legacy Committee, and Dr. Sandra Seafor is going to present the updates from that.
Hi, Sandy Seafor. Mary Procott, we were so happy, got a lot of information sent to her, excuse me, scanned everything in, sent it into the office, and so a lot of the pictures, some of the old programs, etc., they all have now, and we can use them for our conferences, etc. We've also reached out to other AOCA membership people to just send in any old photos, pamphlets, program flyers, etc., to the AOCA office. And Bob Snyder sent some in for us. So we got some more stuff from somebody who's been in the college for quite a while. Dr. Landman, we were very happy that we were able to get an interview with Adele King, who was our first female president in the college. And and her interview is on the website. It was very interesting to watch. We also did some other interviews with other senior members, also with a medical resident and medical student. And we had plans to interview Ashley and his daughter, but we kind of never got to that. So hopefully in the future we can get to that. We also discussed the Copper Kettle Fund, which is a way for members of the college to remember the AOCA in estate planning or philanthropy. The college has also started identifying members that have passed, and they're put on the AOCA website now. Bob Snyder also reached out to one of the Bez sons to see if they had any old information from their dad that they could donate to the college. So hopefully they will be able to do that, because Bert Bez was so instrumental in so many things that went on in this college. So hopefully that will happen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Seafor. Next, we will have the Member Engagement Committee update by Dr. Grace Liu, and it's chaired actually by Dr. Grace Liu and Dr. Amanda Shackle. Thank you.
Hi everyone. So for the last few years, I've had the honor of serving as the co-chair on the Membership Engagement Committee along with Dr. Amanda Amanda Shackle. And our mission statement, and also I have to give credit to an amazing team of committee members. We're active members. We have very active student and resident participation. Without the help of my committee members, there's no way that we could accomplish what we did last year. So our mission of the Membership Engagement Committee really is to be advocates for our members. We're constantly trying to assess membership needs, and we bring those needs back to the Board of Governors, and we try to implement programs that will provide these services that our members are asking for. One of our priority, obviously, is to continue to engage with our members and also to retain and also acquire new members as well. So I've been very excited this last year. We accomplished quite a bit. We had a team committee effort of reaching out to lapsed members, and we're actually able to get 89% renewal for our members. And we also, I think, obtained about 44 new members as well. And again, that's thanks to the work of my team, and I really want to give a shout out. Many of you are sitting in the audience, so thank you for your help. So the plan, like I said, is to extend our membership and also to retain our members, current members as well. We've been talking about a mentorship program for quite a while. I think the first year I sat on this committee, this last year we actually have been successful. We actually do have a active mentorship program currently. Many of you probably receive an email asking to see if you're interested in becoming a mentor. And I'm happy to announce we actually currently have 20 mentors in that program. So if you have not received this email, please go on the AOCA website and sign up to be a mentor. The reason why we came up with this because from the feedback from our resident and student members is that they would like to have somebody that can guide them through their career. And just a reminder, this is not just for new anesthesiologists, if you're a mid-career anesthesiologist, if you kind of want to find out what is it like in an academic practice versus private, the mentorship is for everybody and not just the emerging professionals. And also, we are continuing to send out surveys to our current members to find out what their needs are, and then we'll bring those back to the Board of Governors, and hopefully we'll provide programs accordingly, according to our membership needs. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Liu. And just want to echo, our membership renewal rate is actually above the group standards for, so we're ahead on that. And I look forward to seeing all the different mentor connections that we're going to have with the mentees in the upcoming year. So next we have the nominating committee, and we have Dr. Jane Huffnagel and Dr. Ray Deppa, who chair that committee. And Dr. Huffnagel is going to be speaking.
All right, good afternoon. I just wanted to give a quick, let you guys know what we do. My members are Dr. Dimitri Kaspidis, Dr. James Griffin, Dr. Ursula Landman, Dr. Jess Geller, and Dr. Alan Asher. So these people are wonderful in what we do is we try to look at candidates when we find out how many board members are going off and how many board members are needed for the next year. We identify candidates, have to be a fellow, from their CVs and their fellowship letters to see who are potential candidates for being on the Board of Governors. And based on the number of people we need each year to fill slots that are being vacated on the Board of Governors. Sorry. So what we do is we meet virtually via Zoom. The first meeting that we have is to take a look at those potential candidates. Make sure we assign a candidate or more to each person on the committee. Then that person will review the CV and some questions we ask and that kind of thing. And then we set up a personal interview via phone or Zoom, most likely phone with the potential candidate that we were assigned to. And we ask them how they feel about the AOCA and the Board of Governors, what their interests are. So we discuss a little bit about their CVs, and then are they interested? And they've already been contacted to say, yes, we're interested, not. And then we rate them that we think they'd be a good candidate, or they'd be happy to do this, but we need a couple years, something like that. They all have to be fellows again. Then we meet again, discuss our interviews, how they went, who we feel are candidates. Then we put on a slate and present that to the Board of Governors. And then if they agree on them, they're voted on by the college for Board of Governor admission for the next year. This year we had 3 candidates. Unfortunately, one was not able to commit to this. So we added one other person. We always interview more people than we need, because there's some people that say, I'm very interested, but can't do it for a year or so. So we keep people in mind, and we re-interview them the next year and decide if they are still interested, if they would like to be on the Board of Governors. So we put a slate of 3 people through, and I assume you guys already voted on them. And so they were already approved by the college and the Board of Governors. That's kind of what we do. So mostly what we do is on the big, we start maybe September, so get everything together, maybe a little right after the first of the year, decide what we want to do. So our stuff happens kind of all at once within 2 or 3 months to get this all together. And I think that is pretty much it. Anybody that's interested in being on the committee, reach out to us. It does involve some phone interviews, but it's really a nice way to engage with the candidate on a personal level, so we have an idea how they really feel, ask some questions that pertain to Board of Governors, what their commitment involves, and if they're interested in continuing that. And that's what I've got. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Huffnagel. Next committee we have is Professional Education, and we have Dr. Rafael Kapanchik speaking on the update for that. And that's why we have these amazing meetings. So thank you for your hard work, too.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is my honor to represent the Pro Ed Committee here today. And I just want to update you on a couple things. But first, in terms of our mission, really, we are here for you. And we want to make you the best anesthesiologists you can be. And the way we try to do that is to promote and provide you with the best CMEs we possibly can. And I think we can all agree that this annual has been great. So thank you for coming, and we really appreciate you being here, because you make us successful and you make us look good. So give your hand to yourself here. So a couple of things. The second Sundays are already scheduled, and they will be happening in November, and in January we transition to quarterly instead of monthly, and I think those are now better attended because you don't have to do it every month, more or less. Secondly, we will be transitioning our mid-years to a pause for now, and we will reevaluate or how things are going to develop over the next couple of years. However, our Austin meeting was very successful, and we've had many good comments regarding the hands-on experience that we provided back in Austin in March. And lastly, I really want to encourage you guys to join us next year in Las Vegas. It's going to be a good time. We will be paired with OMED, and it's going to take place in the middle of October. So there will be some overlap between our meeting and the OMED meeting, and I think everybody's going to enjoy it quite a bit. Otherwise, please join us in the, if you want to become a member, if you haven't been so already, please join us. We always need some more hands on board. And we already have a succession planned for the next chairs and co-chairs for the next meeting. So that's all I got.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Kapanchik. Yes, I echo again. Join us in Las Vegas. It's going to be another fabulous meeting. And since we're with OMED, you'll get to go to your medical school reunions. They usually hold them around the same time, too. It's a lot of fun to see all your colleagues. If you've never been to one, I highly recommend it. The next committee is the Scholarly Activities Committee, and that is chaired by Dr. Suzanne Huffnagel, who will give the update for it.
Hi, evil twin, but the committee's not evil. This is a really important committee because You can look at our mission statement, but we are responsible for trying to keep going the abstract sessions that we have had with medical students, residents, and fellows, which has been a really great addition to our conference. Being on this committee, what we do is primarily we get abstracts that are sent in from medical students, residents, fellows, and attendings to the office, and my committee looks at those. We have a point scoring system that we made up, and then we score them with a certain amount of points, and if the abstract meets criteria to be presented, then those letters go out to the authors, and they are invited to come and present their work at the next annual conclave. Once those are into the office, we look at them again for CME content, and the authors come and they present. And if you guys looked at or were attended any of the poster sessions or the oral session that we had this year, you see it was a really valuable experience, and the presenters had some really important cases and scientific investigations that were just top-notch quality, which really just showcases the osteopathic students and residents and fellows that are out there that we want to garner and have come to our college and be members. I mean, I thought it was fantastic. Everybody did a great job. At the conference then, few people from the committee that are going to attend in person help to moderate those sessions and judge the orals, which again are judged by the highest scoring points, give the oral presentations, and then we pick the top two, one in complex cases and one in scientific investigations, and they get a monetary award, which again comes from the Tim Ernst Fund. And I think it's just a really, really important thing that we keep up with in our college. This year we had 22 abstracts that were sent into the office. Only one was not chosen for presentation. 11 abstracts were going to be posters. One person was not able to attend. So we had, and actually maybe one other did, but we had presentations during breakfast and during lunch, and then we originally had 10 orals that were going to be presented. One person had to beg out because they weren't able to attend the conference at the last minute. But I still think we had a really good representation. Audience was able to participate, and I think it was just a very good experience. A couple things that we learn every time we present is to do something a little bit different with the posters so there wasn't as much noise in the background, which we're going to address. And something else that we're going to look at is, do we have too many abstracts that are presented orally, being the number that we did this year, 10, does it lose audience attention, that kind of thing. So we're constantly looking at that. The committee, again, mostly meets by email, and there is a decent amount of work for committee members to do in that you need to score the abstracts that I send out to you and get that into the office, but that's all electronically done, and it's very easy to do. And then I need to have people that come to moderate each year at the conference, which sometimes has been a little bit more problematic than others, but we've had a steady group over the last couple years. So if you're interested in this committee and helping even mentor those abstract writers, students, and residents that are interested in research and trying to get some publications, it's a very worthwhile committee. And I mean, occasionally we'll have a Zoom, but mostly it's email, so it's not a big time commitment. We have a lot of our work leading up to the conference, and then in the next couple months after, there's not much to do until we start getting abstracts again. So thank you for your attention, and consider joining the committee. It's a really good way to stay attuned with people that are looking to be able to present and things in front of audiences, because our audience here is a really great audience, and it's not like they're presenting in front of thousands of people where like you're just shaking in your bootstraps because you don't know how to do it. So thanks again.
Thank you, Dr. Huffnagel. Thank you for all your hard work on the committee. We've had some amazing poster sessions and abstracts presented, as you see. The next committee is the Strategic Support Committee, and I will be presenting that in place of the chair, Dr. Mike Fabro. So for our updates, we actually exceeded our corporate support revenue goal for 2025, which is amazing. And we also introduced a new opportunity to sponsor the conclave reception, as you saw this year. So we hope to continue that for the future and even surpass our projected, numbers again. That would be awesome. Just trying to advance it. And then I'll ask if the EC would like to come up, and we'll have Dr. Geller, Dr. Griffin, Dr. Escher, Dr. Romo, and we'll take any questions. And thank you so much for all your hard work, all the committees, and the amazing Board of Governors. We all do it all together. So we wouldn't be what we are if we didn't have all of you, and of course our members to bring us here. So does anyone have any questions?
Notice that the cost of the conventions, like the last 3 or 4 years, like 250, 220, 230,000. This year is like 50,000. I was just curious why the significant reduction in the cost, unless I read that wrong. But it was just a brief.
Do you want to speak to the finance?
No, I don't know that number was accurate.
Oh.
I think we will have to get an updated number because we're doing well this year, and we balance it all out afterwards. And I'm going to put a plug in here after we get all of our on-demand registrants, which, quick plug, up until December 10th is when on-demand isn't even needed to be worked on by those that sign up for on-demand. So as you've enjoyed this conference and as you're all very loyal supporters and really passionate about the college, the on-demand arm of our annual conference and conclave costs the same as the registration to come here, but the benefit is that they don't even need to look at it and earn those CMEs except on their own time until after December 10th, so that we can make sure that we can honor those that come in person first. And then when you leave from the conference, when you go back to your own institutions, you can encourage anyone to partake of the same great content via the on-demand that will be available. And it also helps support our at the AOCA. But the total number for what we budgeted and what we're looking at having as our final projected number is, I think we probably be able to get that closer from. Do you have what the difference is approximately, Hannah? Yes, for this particular conference. Yeah. Where we go and how we look at audiovisual and the food, the accommodations, and how we run the conference, that has been optimized, which is great. So you recognize that too. What we end up looking at is what we budget for needing to have for attendance plus on demand, as well as how we give honoraria to our speakers, et cetera. We look at, the ideal would be to make a little bit of money, but breaking even is a great outcome, especially as we are able to make money from the second Sundays, from our other CME content, and from other money-generating activities we provide as benefits. And so the numbers that you saw were looking at early registration for the difference, but the cost ends up being about the same for this conference. Sure. We have a question back there.
Question in the back, yeah.
Wouldn't part of that be because we left Chicago?
Say that again, about Chicago.
Wouldn't part of that be because we left Chicago, the spring meeting?
So we listened to members about the possibility for mid-year of either being on demand, which it was for some years, so that we would save on the in-person costs, and then moving that a little bit around to have some variety. I think that some of the places we were negotiating with in Chicago ended up being a higher cost. So what you're referring to is that we were able to get more budgetary flexibility for locations for the mid-year at that time, rather than some of those we'd committed to in Chicago. That was a factor for some.
Doesn't that answer his question, though? that there was a significant drop in the cost in education. That Chicago, the Intercontinental was expensive, and so.
The Intercontinental was expensive. Yeah, they have their own union fees in Chicago, and really we listened to all the members when we sent out the survey, and that's why we had gone to a virtual, as Dr. Geller said, and then people wanted to travel to different areas, so we tried that this year based on what our responses were. And then we're on a pause now, and we'll revisit it in future years to see what we'll do about a future mid-year.
Did that answer your question?
Did that answer it?
I would just add this is your organization, so we want to meet your needs. So if you have ideas for a good venue for a mid-year conference or an annual conference, certainly let us know, because we certainly want to take our membership preferences into account.
There's a lot of changes after the pandemic, and what we found is we would end up splitting attendance between the mid-year and the annual, and being able to put most of the attendance on the annual was part of the strategy to reduce it to one big meeting in a year and still have those CME second Sunday and other offerings. But of course, if people said we'd like to, have the mid-year back again in attendance, allowed us to warrant that, then that's still up.
Very true. Any other questions? Yes, up in the front.
I just wanted to put in a plug for being or wanting to be on the Board of Governors. I was on the board for 6 years and I wasn't in the track going up to be an officer. But if you really want a good look in how this organization runs and everything, it's a tremendous experience, and it did even more to keep me involved than when I was before I was on the board. And it just, even though it's work and everything, you have more of a say in how things are run. And when you're a committee chair, you can really get your committee working by being a member of the board. And it was just invaluable experience, and I highly, highly recommend it to anyone who has that drive, that you will be rewarded a million times by seeing how much work and dedication goes into this college.
Thank you. Yes, I agree. So we hope we get more interest from all of you. Any other questions?
I want to echo what Dr. Griffin said, because I was thinking the same thing when he started speaking. We're here to serve you. We don't make a salary. We're just like you. We're your colleagues. We do this on a voluntary basis, a service to the college and to our profession. But the real power of this organization is the members. So we're here to serve you. Just let us know what your thoughts and your desires are, and we will do our best to accommodate those.
Again, get involved with the college. It doesn't take much. Committee work is pretty minimal. You can serve on one committee, and anything you do in that regard goes adds points towards fellowship. And I highly encourage everyone to pursue fellowship, and it's a great way to get involved. And everything you do and everything you learn in connection with serving on committees or the board, directly applicable to your own practice and your own hospital administration. So it's really professional development, building your CV. It carries right over directly. So it's been a great experience for me, and I'm sure everyone else on the board.
Yes, agreed. So if we don't have any other questions, I'm going to thank you all for your questions, and we'll be concluding the session. Just a few reminders. Tonight is the Ghost Tour for those of you who signed up. I hope that you can enjoy it. Looks like the weather is going to be good. So wear your walking shoes. If you're going to dinner beforehand, just remember that it starts at 8 in front of Clary's. If you're going to be coming straight from here, then you should get around the dock by 6:40, take the 6:45 ferry, and it's about a 20-minute walk. And then later, when it concludes, it will be after the ferries, so you do need to get transportation back. So either Uber, Lyft, whatever you're using to get back. Just want to have you all join me again in thanking the AOCA's leadership. We've truly had a stellar year, and I'm happy to serve as president. Thank you again.